Hey there everyone, Hitesh here, and we are back on to our usual setup. You can see everything is back in place. I'm back at home and it was a good travel. I will be spending some good time with you. This is not gonna be a long live because I haven't slept in like 26 or 28 hours. I need to get some sleep, but before that I thought let's have a good quick iced tea and talk with you all of you guys. I have also rolled out a video on machine learning just in the morning. It's published now. So let's just sip some iced tea and say hello to all of you and answer a few questions. So, hey Technical Majid, hey Kaushik, hey Retro Resume, that's a nice name by the way. And hey Suk, hey Balaji, hey Ajay, hey Technical UV. Good morning to you as well. And it's good to be back, it's good to be home, it's good to be with you all people. So I'm back here and hi Verghese, how are you? How is your website going on? I hope it is going pretty good. And good morning to everybody. It's really live. Before I just go to sleep, I thought let's just say hello to everybody. It's always good to have Sunday live. I'm gonna finish up my iced tea and you can ask questions in the meantime. I'll try to answer a lot of questions. I'll try to my best here. So in the meantime, I'm gonna sip my iced tea. I just love it. Okay, so let's try to answer a few questions. Love you too. It got acquired by a German company. Ah, that's good to know, Verghese. That was actually, by the way, a good product, and luckily you sold it to a company. That's good to know. Always good to know these kinds of things that are acquired by some good company. I liked it. Okay. Hi, today you started your live video so early. Live videos actually don't have any specific time. I usually try to do them around in the mid of Sunday, around 11, 12 or 1 something. But it's really, sometimes it's really hard to steal up the time from my busy schedule. But still, I try my best to get on to you on Sunday live. So that's what my main target is. I know some of people are expecting that I should fix up a time and everything, but right now, with so much of the work, it's not at all possible because I have responsibilities for my existing apps that are running for the clients. Some new awesome clients that are asking me to design apps as well as web application, as well as some personal projects like Learn Code Online, these videos. So it's a lot of work. So I'm not able to cope up with that. Okay, R is a good tool in machine learning rather than Python. Yes, I have seen a lot of people working with the R, but the point is that R is not so much a famous language, it's not so much implemented quite a lot. So learning the Python can open up your door in machine learning as well as other domains as well. So that's one kind of a thing. What is deep learning? Deep learning is almost associated with machine learning. It's kind of a neural network based learning. I did read about it in my master's, so that's why I know it. Otherwise, I couldn't have learned that. Okay, working on the next one. Hey Verghese, it's really amazing to see that you are working on something good product. Don't forget to loop me in the email. I would love to see what you are building up next. You always build up something classic. So I would definitely like to check that out. And we also do have some plans for Learn Code Online to roll out a few good updates, as well as some of the client apps that I will be sharing for you that have that are being designed totally in the bootcamp and mostly 60% by me, but 40% in the bootcamp students. So we'll share them as well. They are all iOS app by the ways. So suggest me industrial development project I got in my college. Please suggest some topics. What kind of project you are looking up for? Okay. I want to know more about ML. I recently rolled out a video on machine learning. That's a good getting started point. But apart from more, I have to roll out a course on that. And that will take a lot of time. It's not easy to get started in machine learning. There is a lot of neural network, a lot of job and work that you have to do. It's not like you can just walk on the syntax that most of the courses right now are doing. I am a big fan. As soon as I roll out a course, I'm looking forward to build something with it, at least 5 or 10 apps or websites or products like that. So that's why we are doing. What is best hacking course? There's no such thing as best or worst. It's what you know, what you want to learn. So I'm not going to be bashing anybody. So Should I go for internship after leaving programming? I don't like the word there, leaving programming. That's not my favorite one. Hey, I'm an Android developer. I want to start an API development. That's a completely different domain. Surely you can get started with API development. It's not a big deal, not a big issue. You can design your APIs in PHP. Rather, Node.js would be a little bit easier. Depends on what is actually a product for which you want to design your APIs. Okay. Tell me about neural network. For the neural network, designing of neural network like trained models and untrained models, uh, this is not something that I would like to do in such a live video, or maybe rather a separate video would be better. I can recommend you a couple of books that I read in my masters. I can recommend you that they are pretty amazing books. Costly. Let me remind you that ordering that book is costly because my college library didn't have that book. I ordered them and they were costly. Okay, should I buy MacBook Air in 2017 for all the coding purposes? Yeah, that's a good machine. I would say that if you can afford a little bit more, go for MacBook Pro. I know it's very expensive, but Air is also gonna do. Just buy an external hard disk, and I think you are done for the purpose. In case you don't want to afford that even, Mac Mini is, by the way, a fantastic machine. My early days of iOS development went completely on Mac Mini. In fact, this reminds me that I can make a separate video on machines, or machines that I use in my daily life or have used so far. So I can make a video on that. In case you forgot to hit that thumbs up button, I think most of you do. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Keep going that. Hit that thumbs up button. Come on, I'm serious here. Okay, I can see the rise in number. Yep, there we go. So let's answer another question. Arjun says, best technologies that can be used to develop native Android app. Okay. Uh, Obviously, Java and Kotlin are there, but they are native app. I think you are looking for, moreover, is React Native, and Xamarin is also there. Not a big fan of Xamarin because of the closed source environment of Microsoft, but yes, it can be used, and also React Native is the most fantastic one that you can use. Ionic is also there. Not a big fan of Ionic, but it's amazing. Okay, machine learning video was awesome. Thanks for that. Thank you so much, Nikhil, for appreciation. It is a very essential thing. We don't realize that, but you should learn to appreciate because a lot of people don't do that. If you find that somebody's shoes are awesome or his t-shirt is awesome, just compliment him. It can make his day. So learn to compliment. That's awesome. I've seen one of your videos about SQL injection. Okay, thank you so much. Should I go for Android/iOS development or machine learning? Hey Gaurav, that's an very dependent question because that's a subjective. It might good to you, it might not good to be. But I personally am kind of a guy who would go for Android or iOS development because machine learning has to go cover up a lot of distance still, and it's very tough nowadays. Eventually, in the future, it will become a much more easier. But right now, it does involve a lot of maths, and it is heavily dependent on data models, which are not easy to collect, by the way. And the model that is being provided by Apple and Google are just limited. Although, if you'll read the documentation there, you'll see that NetRC, the data model, can verify and classify 1,000 objects, and some of them can identify 250 types of object. That looks like a big, but 1,000 objects, hey, I can just name out 1,000 objects just around me. So that's a very small there. So, yeah. I have learned some .NET and MVC. I want working 3 lakhs package. I want more package. What will I do? Learn more. Learn more. That's the easy way. Difference between MySQL and SQL. That's an interesting question, by the way. I can make a video on that. SQL is just kind of a language or a syntax, while MySQL is a software that uses SQL to do stuff. So I hope that makes it clear a little bit. Did you forget to hit the thumbs up button? I think some of you. How to decide technology for web development or mobile development? It's heavily dependent on what is your target audience. If you're looking up for the free tier quite a lot and you're focusing more audience rather than making money, then you should be worried about the load balancing and stuff. Uh, React Native or React basically or Node.js can handle that pretty well. Or if you're looking up a small scale application, I think PHP can handle that nicely. .NET can handle that nicely. So it's a heavily dependent question there. So I want to make a career in ML. How you going to do course on it? No, as of now, there is no plan for machine learning course. It's not in my to-do list. Right now, the to-do list say is design app on machine learning in iOS. So that's gonna be coming up next. Already I have made like 150 videos on iOS 11 that are about to roll out very soon. I think within the next upcoming week. Apps related to augmented reality, machine learning are also there. Full-fledged course on machine learning and Python is not going to be soon, at least for a couple of months, because I have one very amazing course being planned that is for everybody who is going to be in India, as well as I do have some plans on traveling again, so it's not going to come up very soon. Let's just be honest here. Okay, so tell me about Karma Metasploit. Karma Metasploit is a Metasploit branch that came up for special kind of exploits, especially dependent on the wireless one. I tried to learn that quite a lot a long time ago. Didn't find it much interesting because that was not actively developed. By the way, if you're using Metasploit, I do have a series on Metasploit. Check that out. It's amazing. Okay. I have developed so many web pages for some people. How can I spread that I can develop web for them? I'm 17. Uh, have you designed your portfolio? Because if you have designed for other people, have you taken the screenshot of that and have posted it on your website as well? Because if you're designing something for others as well, make sure you keep a track of your personal portfolio as well. Once you have done that, then you can only show it to somebody. Do you work on your own or for any company? I'm open to work for anybody who is ready to pay me, and that's what I do. Most of the time, I like to take boot camps and small scale projects like contractor basis. That's what I do mostly, but I certainly do get hired for companies as well, sometimes as an evangelist, sometimes as a technology changing phase, or they want to move on some other tech, something like that, sometime as a team lead. So yep, that I do as well, but most of the time just an independent contractor. Okay. uh, which language is best for us? Every language is best. Okay, Node.js or React.js? Not at all even a comparison, because Node.js is kind of a backend, React.js is kind of a front end. Yes, surely React.js in combination with Firebase can be used, but I would say there is no comparison here because we are talking about something like HTML is good or PHP is good. There's no comparison between both of them. Similarly, Node.js runs on a server side and most of the React.js components run on the front end side. So you can use a combination of that, but no good comparison. Uh, I wanted to be a back-end developer, but right now I'm working in AngularJS in my office. So what could I do? If you're already working in AngularJS, why don't you try out my course on Node.js, Akash? Because I think you already are quite familiar with JS, and especially if you are in the Angular, you must be familiar with ES6 as well, 2016 one. So I think with the Node.js, within I think 2 or 3 weekends, you can get ready with the Node.js and you can become a backend developer. Amazing start would be Node.js, so I highly recommend that to you. I hope that answers your questions. Which one is more Iran? Iran? I don't know, app or game, Iran? I don't know what that is. You are Indian, but why are you using terms of dollars instead of rupees? Most of my work is in dollars or in euros. So that's kind of a mindset that I like to keep because it keeps everything as consistent. Surely I have no harm in using rupees or like that. In fact, all of the prices at learncodeonline.in are in rupees, so no such harm as well. But most of the time I'm dealing up with the clients and everything, so you have to grow up your mindset according to your clients. If you have been working in the clients with Australia, most of the time you'll be thinking in Australian dollars, how to charge them, what kind of discount you want to give. So that's kind of a thing you get over your work. Okay. Can you make an SQL injection course? I did it already once. I will try to update it very soon, and we'll try what we can do there. Okay. Hi Hitesh sir, love from Pakistan, love from India too as well. I hope both countries can make some peace there. I have no issues with the countries. So keep watching the videos, keep watching the channel, and keep learning programming. That's what a random guy from India is saying here. Okay. Remote job, good companies. I don't know what that means. Even it that was a question? Sure, Vergis. Yeah, surely. Uh, why are you not replying? Please reply. Okay. I'm trying my best to reply, everybody. Please suggest me some industrial development project. There is no such thing as I can suggest the project. There are so many things around you. Design a clone of Learn Code Online, maybe, or maybe Uber, maybe Snapchat, maybe Facebook. Show some skills about load balancing, work on NS3, work on Ubuntu, work on comparison of i3 versus i5. I don't know what to suggest to you. There are so much of the things. Okay. What's the difference between data analyst and data scientist? Almost kind of a same job, fancy terms, almost same. No such hard difference. It's like something HTML and CSS, they go hands in hand. I know that's a weird comparison, but a data analyst and data scientist are almost equal. I may be wrong there, so don't take my word. What is the name of the book, Sir Hitesh? I want to read it. I don't remember right now. If you can drop me a message on Facebook, I can dig up into my Amazon orders and can find that book because I actually gave that book as a donation to some juniors from my college. I don't have that book right now, otherwise I could have sent it to you as a courier because I'm not reading it, so you could have it. I will surely tell you that from digging up my Amazon. Drop me a message on Facebook. Good morning, waiting for Sunday eagerly. Yeah, thank you so much. I try to make sure that I come up every Sunday. So, sipping my iced tea, hope you are having some drinks as well. Okay, I'm a PHP developer. What can I develop to impress interviewer? Any application? Possibilities for PHP guys are endless. But a thing that can impress an interviewer would be a simple system that includes login with Google, login with Firebase. That should be a login mechanism. You can try Auth0 for that. And then further few values to be stored in database and retrieving from the database and on timely basis some deleting stuff. I think that can impress any interviewer because if you are able to make some login system, usage of database and storage, I think that sum up all of your skills. Okay. Is it safe to use Flexbox? Some browser does not support it. Am I correct? Yes, you are correct. Some browser doesn't support Flexbox, and those are the naughty browsers that nobody, at least I don't care about them, and that is Internet Explorer. That browser is such a nightmare for every designer. It's pure hate that's gonna come up from every web designer towards the Internet Explorer. Do you really know that the Internet Explorer doesn't even support the bootstrap? Quite oftenly we have to use a library from Shiva, and that only makes it good. So hate for that Internet Explorer, and still it's being used quite a lot. So that is one guy that doesn't support Flexbox much. So yeah, you have to sometimes write your backup CSS for that. What about Django? Django is good, pretty good for scalable small apps, not for the scalable much. So I like to avoid it. Do you promote games? Yeah, sometimes I do play good games, mobile ones sometimes. And if somebody has made, some of my friends have made some games, surely I do promote them. Okay, I want to know about React Native. Something amazing about React Native is going to come up. That is going to be a free update for all the React JS users. What is Meteor? Meteor is a JavaScript library. And to discuss more about it, I need a separate video. Okay. Join Camp Cache. So another spammer. Is that it? Okay. Okay, where is the uploading going on? By the way, some uploads are going on there. Hi Tesh, where are you from? Right now, I'm at home. Very good morning, Hitesh. I have good experience in C Sharp. Should I learn Angular 2 or PHP for website? If you have a good experience of C Sharp, why don't you try Unity? I know that's a weird choice, but if you somehow are able to master Unity, you will be thanking me for throughout the life. And I think your all experience with C Sharp is going to come up handy there. So don't switch into Angular or PHP. Try Unity first there. Little bit weird choice, little bit weird suggestion, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna thank me throughout your life. Okay, .NET MVC skills. I need more package. What will I do? Now, first and foremost, .NET doesn't have MVC as its own property. It's just MVC is a design pattern. .NET uses it, iOS uses it, Android uses it, Java uses it, everybody uses it. So MVC is not kind of a property of .NET. Okay, stop saying that. Okay. Which is the best hosting provider? Now that's a debatable question. I think if you can somehow manage, by the way, there's a 1 year free tier license for AWS. It's highly trustable, trustworthy. Go ahead, try out Amazon Web Server if you're looking up for that. I didn't had a good experience with GoDaddy at least, so I don't recommend that. For the Big Rock, I did face some of the downtimes, especially when the Black Friday sale was going on and like that. So at least those are not my personal choice. Your can be different. Uh, Bluehost is one of the guy which performed really well somehow. But let's keep that discussion here. I don't want to promote or de-promote anybody. When they're coming to India for boot camps in India are under plan. But right now my schedule is entirely packed for just I have finished one and there are a couple of others going on in Europe. So we'll be traveling there again. And boot camps in India, I'm planning very soon. But since the boot camps are a little bit expensive, I'm not pretty sure that users will be able to cope up with that or not. Obviously, they are expensive because they are 8 days or 10 days rigorous training for like 6 hour or 8 hour per day. But end of the day, you just come out with a lot of skills, a lot of apps, a lot of websites along with you. Are they costly? Yes. Are they productive? Yes. Are they life changer? For sure, yes. But little bit cost issues are there because if you think at Learn Code Online you're getting a course for like thousands or 800 rupees or something. On the other hand, the boot camps cost around $300 to $400, sometimes even $500. So paying that kind of money for just like 15 days or 10 days, I don't think so. People are ready here yet, but I'll try very soon. Okay. What is your favorite language? Now, I don't have any favorite language. Honestly, I don't have any favorite operating system. They're just tool for me. Like I have to design an iOS app. I don't love Swift for that means it's good, it's fast, it's easier to remember the syntax. So that's why I love it. On the other hand, if I have to design an app in Android, I don't care if it is Java or Kotlin because it's just all about loops, syntax, applying some frameworks and just like that. So there's no such thing for me as favorite language or something. I just have to do the job. I love products, not the language itself. Okay. Can I start ASP.NET MVC5? Not a big fan of .NET. I don't even recommend that. Okay. Is ML and data science future? I don't think so. They are only the future because it's not like everything like iOS app and Android apps and web apps are going to be shut down and only that is going to be there. No, it's not going to happen. Surely they will be in demand, but not like they will be only guys. Okay. So there are a lot of questions going on. Okay. Uh, I have done Java, but I want to do career in Python. What should I do? Learn Python. That's simple. Where you were from last 2 days? I was quite busy in traveling, and those travelings didn't give me time to come up or upload any videos on. And the last days of the boot camps are heavy. Like you don't get much time because a lot of students need to ask questions. Some of their apps are not working. I have to tweak those apps, and it's a heavy days. Last day of the boot camps are always heavy. That is there. I was busy. Okay. Uh, how to translate code from one language to another. Okay, that reminds me a really good topic. I can make a video on localization. Um, that would be fantastic. So let me keep that in my to-do list. App on localization so that you can see all of your apps in a local language. So that would be nice. Thanks for suggesting that. I'll surely make a video on that. Okay. Flexbox and Bootstrap, which is better? No comparison there because they are completely different things. You cannot say that should I use CSS or Bootstrap. Similarly, you cannot say that should I use Flexbox or Bootstrap. Completely different. Go with any of them or both of them. There is no such thing. Why you don't like .NET, sir? Please answer. I don't like .NET because it's very closed and oriented for Microsoft. You have to be dependent quite a lot on Microsoft, and honestly, most of my clients in the US don't use .NET much. They like to prefer things which are open source. Everybody can see what is going on, what is happening. Uh, I have never got such big clients on the .NET, haven't demanded like that, so that's why I don't use it. And if something, it's moreover in the demand in India, and most of the websites in India are being on .NET, but I don't like it. The performance wise and everything, I don't like it much. Okay, so I have designed my web page and now I want to show it to my friend. How could I do that? Register a website on free hosting websites. There are a few of them. 000 Web Host is one of them. Host there. How games like Clash Royale work. That's a very, very complex game. It requires a lot of team, a lot of variable storage, a lot of bandwidth. It's a gigantic game. Red Hat course, is it okay? If you are giving all the Red Hat courses properly without any cheating, I know a lot of institutes just give you paper dumps and everything in advance. If you're doing like that, there's no need to do that. It's just a cheating. Otherwise, if you're just facing them honestly and directly without worrying about certificate, they are amazing courses. I have done like four or three certificates in Red Hat, pretty good level. Okay, so we are getting a lot of question. As a student, how do I know I'm ready for freelancing Android app development? Uh, there are already a lot of projects on Freelancer which give you all the details. Just try to make an app with all of those details because they are pretty comprehensive details. If you are able to come up with all those details, that means you are ready. Okay. Tell disadvantage of using AMD processor. I had a laptop that uses AMD processor. AMD heats a little bit higher than NVIDIA, and I'm not making any superimposing rules or kind of outcome here, but I have faced this issue, so probably that might be. Okay, so what would you suggest to me learn, Swift or Python? If you have an Apple device, go for Swift. No thinking, no thoughts, nothing. If you have an Apple device or even a Mac Mini, go for Swift. That is amazing. Because most of the paying crowd who buys the app, now listen to me here, those people who buy the app are actually in the iOS, not in the Android or in the Python. So you can make some quick, good money there. And that's the truth. I know a lot of people might bash me over there that, hey, Android is amazing, Android is awesome. But no, Android is good if you want to hit mass popularity there. But if you want that your app should sell more, then obviously iOS is the way. Go for React Native. Yep, go for React Native. Always say. Thanks, Satish. Thank you so much, Satish. Okay, how much time it will take to learn Java for Android development for beginners? I think if you can spend a really good amount of time, I think 2 weeks. You will not be master of the Java within 2 weeks, but at least you will get the syntax. If you can work like me in a beast mode, I think a week is enough, more than enough. Okay. So we are having a lot of questions going on. Can bring your videos offline courses because I have slow Wi-Fi connection. No, I cannot give permissions for offline access right now because recently there were some piracy issues being going on. I had to send a couple of legal notices. People try to just download those videos, try to sell them on OLX, and even try to upload them on torrents. So luckily we tracked them down because their videos were having some metadata and like that. So we have to send a legal notice to them and all of that. So right now it's going pretty messy. For sure in the future I'll try that. Okay. Uh, so there we go. A lot of questions are coming up. Uh, a lot of them are just keep going on. I cannot read any one of them. Okay, so it's almost 30 minutes and I'm feeling really, really tired. My eyes are getting red now. I haven't slept in the last 26 or 27, I think 27 hours. That is a big time. I think from yesterday morning, I haven't slept during even the night time. Uh, there is one good question there, by the way, from Charles. He says, is there any apparent difference in performance between native Swift code and React Native? Surprisingly, there is no such lag or difference that you will feel. I know everybody hates that hybrid apps that are just a wrapper being enclosed in a web app. So basically, it's a browser being running in a hybrid app. Usually, that's the case. But in React Native, that's not the case. And I have made pretty good apps that are handling right now the traffic of 4,000 or 4,500 users actively, and React Native is handling them nicely. No lag or nothing at all. So I would say there is not much difference in React Native and Swift code, but you should be aware of one thing, that React Native is something which is for kind of an already existing web app. For example, if I would have a website like something like Learn Code Online, I would like to push that through React Native. But if you want to give some features like machine learning, augmented reality, which are fairly new, they are not available in React Native. So I hope this clears up a lot of your doubts, Charles, there. So that's all about it. Okay, so a lot of people are watching this. Hey, can you give it a thumbs up here, please, everybody? I hope everybody can get a thumbs up there, at least. Okay, so some people are asking questions even about the Donald Trump. I don't know why, but hey. Okay, so I think I'm feeling really, really tired and off. I need to get some sleep now. It's being a long journey for me. 27 hours, that's again kind of a new record for me. Keep getting up. So I would say bye-bye for everybody. I have to get some sleep. Probably I'll upload a couple of more videos in the evening as well. Really, I'm so much tired. I really want to spend more time with you. This is a very short live that we have done. So I would say bye-bye. Good night, everybody. Keep watching this channel. Do hit the subscribe button as we do these Sunday lives every Sunday. I try my best. Haven't missed yet one. So bye-bye for now, and I'll surely catch you up in the next video. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Give it a thumbs up.